Have you ever faced a situation where telling the truth felt too risky? Maybe you were afraid of losing something valuable, a job, a friendship, or your reputation. But what if I told you that honesty, even when it seems like a disadvantage, can actually be your greatest strength? In today's story, we'll explore how honesty can shape your destiny, build trust, and lead to greater success than deceit ever could. You'll hear a powerful tale of a young man who lost everything because of a lie, a wise professor who taught him the real value of truth, and a historical example of how honesty has transformed the lives of many. Stay with me until the end, because this lesson might just change the way you see integrity forever. On a cold evening in a small town where everyone knew each other, a young man named Daniel sat alone on a park bench, staring at the dark sky. His heart felt heavy. He had just lost his job. The worst part? He was fired for something he didn't do. Daniel had been falsely accused of stealing company funds. The real thief was someone else, but out of fear of confrontation, fear of not being believed, he stayed silent. Now, he had lost his job anyway, and his silence had only made things worse. As he sat there, drowning in regret, an old professor known as Mr. Coleman walked by. He was famous for his wisdom and kindness. Seeing the troubled look on Daniel's face, he sat beside him and asked, "What's troubling you, son?" At first, Daniel hesitated, but then, with a deep sigh, he asked, "Does honesty always bring good results?" "Because today, I lost everything because I was honest, yet I said nothing." Mr. Coleman smiled and said, "Let me tell you a story. And after that, you tell me if honesty is a burden or a strength." Many years ago, in a prosperous kingdom, there lived a respected merchant named William. He was known for his honesty. He never lied, never cheated, and always kept his promises. Because of his integrity, people trusted him completely, and his business thrived. But not everyone was happy about William's success. A jealous nobleman named Samuel wanted to ruin him. One day, Samuel came up with a cunning plan. He purchased a large number of goods from William and paid him in gold coins. However, before leaving, he secretly slipped a fake gold coin into the payment. A week later, Samuel returned, pretending to be furious. "You have cheated me," he shouted. "You gave me a fake gold coin." The news spread quickly, and soon, a crowd gathered to watch. Instead of panicking, William simply replied, "I do not remember giving you a fake coin, but if I did, it was never my intention." Samuel smirked, thinking he had won. But what William did next shocked everyone. He took out all the money he had earned from the transaction and handed it to Samuel. "Take it all," he said. "I would rather lose my wealth than lose my honesty." Some in the crowd doubted him, but most admired his integrity. The king heard about the incident and summoned both men to his court. To settle the matter, he ordered his royal jeweler to examine all the coins. To everyone's surprise, only one coin was fake, the exact one that Samuel had accused William of giving him. The king turned to Samuel and said, "You tried to deceive an honest man, but his truth has exposed your lies." Samuel was punished for his deception, while William's reputation grew even stronger. The king rewarded him, and from that day on, people trusted William even more than before. Mr. Coleman finished the story and looked at Daniel. "Do you see now?" he asked. "Honesty might bring temporary trouble, but in the end, truth always wins." Daniel thought deeply about it. He realized that hiding his honesty was the real reason for his suffering. Had he spoken up earlier, he might still have his job. Instead of fearing the truth, he should have embraced it. That night, Daniel made a decision: he would go back and tell the truth. The next morning, Daniel walked into his former office, determined. His manager was surprised to see him. "Sir, I have something to say," Daniel began. "I did not steal the money. I stayed silent because I was afraid. But today, I choose honesty." Then, he pointed out the real culprit. At first, the manager was skeptical. But after investigating, it turned out Daniel was telling the truth. The real thief was caught, and Daniel was offered his job back. But something had changed in Daniel. He was no longer afraid to stand up for what was right. Years later, Daniel became a successful businessman, known for his integrity. Whenever someone asked him the secret of his success, he would say, "Honesty is like a seed. At first, it seems small and weak. But if you protect it and nurture it, it grows into a mighty tree that can never be uprooted." Daniel's story isn't unique. History is full of people who succeeded because of their honesty. Abraham Lincoln, before becoming one of the greatest U.S. presidents, Lincoln was a small-time shopkeeper. One day, he accidentally overcharged a customer by a few cents. Instead of ignoring it, he walked miles to return the money. This earned him the nickname Honest Abe, and his integrity shaped his entire political career. Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors in history, Buffett built his fortune not just on smart investments, but on trust and integrity. He once said, "It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it." If you think about that, you'll do things differently. Howard Schultz, Starbucks founder, in 2008, during the financial crisis, Schultz refused to cut employee benefits, even when it hurt profits. His honesty and commitment to people earned Starbucks lifelong loyalty from customers and employees alike. One, honesty builds trust. Whether in business, relationships, or personal growth, trust is your most valuable asset. 2, the truth always comes out. Lies may give temporary success, but they always get exposed in the end. 3, courage is needed to be honest sometimes. The hardest thing to do is tell the truth. But real strength comes from standing by your principles. For success isn't just about skills, it's about character. People remember who you are, not just what you do. So, the next time you're in a situation where telling the truth feels risky, remember this story. 1, honesty might not always be easy, but it's always the right choice. Point 2, it will protect your reputation, strengthen your relationships, and ultimately lead you to success. If you found this lesson valuable, like this video, share it with someone who needs this message, and subscribe for more powerful life lessons. And remember, honesty is the foundation of true success. Keep it, nurture it, and watch your life transform.